So let's start from here. So JavaScript strings. So this is one of the examples. See, you just create a variable string. So this is your string and this is your variable. If you want to print this, you can just do document.write string. See some other bad examples. So you created a string like this, bad string. This is string. This must be within single quote or double quote. So this one string, this is a test. There should be one closing syntax. Other one, say you should have open and close for this string. So this one you can do either single quote or double quote. So this is fine. See, single quote, you should have a single quote over here, or double quotes at the start, double quote at the end. So these are some of the basics that you can declare your string and assign some values. So this one, for the concatenation, you create one variable as one, other as two. If you just want to concatenate, you will be just using this plus as an operator. So for the string, this will do some concatenation. So when you just try to print this join, it will show you hello, how are you? So this way also you can do. Let's say you have these variables. So if you want to concatenate, just add plus over or between these strings. In this example, you have a button, okay, then query selector button. Now you will have all the properties of this button. So when you just click on this button, you ask the user to enter what is your name, then it will show you on some prompt dialog box, then alert hello. So this variable, whatever value you enter, this will be shown like hello, your name, and nice to see you again. So this is the example. Okay, so you type something, let's say, then this one, hello, your name, and nice to see you. So this is the alert message. So in this example, it showed you on button click, you just get the user input and show the value on alert message dialog box. So this one, say, this is your string, this is your number. So this will say, better you should have some string and string if you want to concatenate, okay? So this one, this will be string, 19 and 67, both are string, and the type of this will return string. So whenever you assigned, let's say 1, 2, 3 as a string, if you want this to be the number, you should convert this to number using the function this number. So when you just try to print this number of this num type, it will show you this as a number. So another way, you can also convert this number to string, then you need to use this toString as a function. So this one, a variable song, this is string. So now you can also do like this, this is string. So this one, say, your score is 9, your highest score is 10. Your output, see, I like the song. This song is your variable. Whatever value you have, this will be printed. And I gave it a score of this. Now this will compute, say 9 divided by this highest score. This is 10 and multiplied by this. Doing this, you will get the percentage of the score. Or you can also simplify this using this dollar symbol and the bracket symbol. I like the song. This is your variable. Your value will be printed. And again, say I gave it a score of this. So this is your percentage score value. Next one, say this is a new line character /n. This is similar to other programming languages for the new line character. So these are some of the basic things that you can create a string variable, you can concatenate, you can also show your values and concatenate to this whole string. So some of the important string functions.
Amit sir, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
How's the class going on, sir? Everything going good?
Yes, class is going on, sir. So I just
sir,
change students.
Sir, there are a few students, sir. Have you sent the link to everyone?
Yes, I have sent the link to everyone.
So exactly, how many number of the students are there in this section, sir?
So in mine, sir?
Yeah, exactly.
23, 24.
24. There are a number of 13 students. Have they got the? Is there any kind of the email?
So I also get the response email.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the list: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11
These are
students
the
responded to me.
Okay. So were there any kind of like other email domain like yahoo.com or hotmail.com?
I think
For everyone,
most of them are
Gmail?
let me
They have
check.
got Gmail?
Yes, most of the students, they have Gmail.
They have got Gmail.
Total 23 students.
So, okay. Hope there are 23 students. Around 10 of them are lagging. Round
Yes.
about 10 of them are lagging.
One is
Right,
Hotmail.
sir?
Right, sir.
One is Hotmail.
Yes.
Okay. You can tell one of the students in this particular sections to in order to tell that particular guy who has got Hotmail in order to make a Gmail address. You can do that.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Sure. So anyway, sir, enjoy the classes. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, we are here. For some of the string functions, let's say this is your variable, browser type, and this is your value string. Okay, so what is the length for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is the length. Now, if you want to get the length for this string, you can just use length, the property. Okay, it will return you 7. Total count of your string characters. So doing this, browse type 0. So you are trying to refer the first index value. Okay. Then browser type dot length -1. This means you are trying to refer to the last element. Your array index starts from 0 and it will end like n-1. So you'll get the last character doing this, your string, then length property, and then -1. So index of this, if you want to find, so index of this is the string function. So what is the position for this? ZILLA, you can find like this. MOZ means this is 0, 1, so 2, it will return 2. So if you just try to find index of this string or this character, this is not within this string Mozilla, so it will return you -1. Now, if you want to check whether the value or the index of this string is not equals to or equals to -1, you can do something like index of your character string, okay, then not equals to -1. If this is true, it will go to the if statement, else it will go to your else statement. If you want to extract or the substring for this, you can do something like string 0 - 3. It starts with 0 and it will extract 3 characters. So it's starting from 0 means M, O, and Z. So this is the total 3 character you want to get as a substring. Slice 2, okay. this will return you this. It starts from the second index, so you will get this value. So another important function you can use as if you want to convert all of your string, let's say to the lowercase string, you will be using two lowercase. So to remember this function, it always starts with a small case, okay? T is your small case, then lower second word, initial letter, this will be capital, and the case, this is the capital. So this way you can convert your string to lowercase or to uppercase using this function to uppercase. So next one, if you'd like to replace your string with other string, then you can use the function replace. You want to replace your, let's say, string substring emoji with the van. You can do like this. Okay, first string is the string that you have, and the second one is the new string character. So this way you can replace. So these are some of the important string methods you can use in the JavaScript. So some of the operators, I guess we have already done. So this one is for you, silly story. So this example show you the use of variables, numbers, operators, strings, and array. So array, if you want to show the similar data items, let's say in a single variable, you will be using array. So in this example, let's say if you want to have a list of similar items, let's say in this example, shopping is a variable, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 data items. So now this array holds 5 data elements. Your index starts from 0 and your index ends with n-1. So this is your variable. So another one, so this is your string variable, this one sequence, this holds number values. So this is a number or the integer array. So this one random, you are storing a mixed type of data. This is your string, this is your data. Again, the third element is array. So when you just try to access your index 0th element, you can do your variable and your index value as 0. This will return you the first item, your bread. Shopping 0, if you simply want to assign a new value or replace the previous value, you can do this. Okay. Now when you just try to print this, you will have a list of items changed with this new value. So this is for the two-dimensional array. If you want to have your array in a matrix format, a rows and column, so this one too, this is for the third row and the third column. Index always starts with a 0. Shopping.length, so this one, the previous example, you have 5 elements and the length it will give you will be 5. So this example, how you want to get or access individual array elements, you need to use this loop. Okay, in this example you have a for loop. So let's sequence, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. So if you want to look through this array, you start with 0, then less than this length means it will go up to 6. Okay, less than 7 means it will go to 6, then I++. Console.log, each of your item will be shown to your browser console. So some of the methods that you can use for the array, let's say this is your array 1 2 3 4 5 6, you have 6 items. So when you just try to split this, first this is within a single quote, this means this is your string. Now you want to get this string into the array with a split of this comma. Okay, now your data, when you just try to split with the comma, then you will get this thing in array. Now you have this as an individual array element. Index 0 will be this Manchester. Okay, second one index 1 will be London, like this. So now you have this data in array format. When you just do with split, and this is the separator, comma. Finally, okay, when you just try to check the length, my array dot length, it will return you the number of items now you have in this my array. My array, this will return the first item, so this one second, okay, like this. So length minus 1, this will return the last item. Okay, another example, say if you want to join the array elements and want to have them in a string format, then you can do this join function. So split, this will convert your string to array, and this join, this will convert your array to the string format. So this join, you are providing this comma as a separator. So another one, say dog name, this is your array. Okay, now if you want to convert this to the string, then you need to use this as a toString. So doing this, you get the string values. So again with my array example, so this is your array. Now we are just trying to add and remove array elements for this array. You will have one function push. Okay, this will add this item to the first index. So when you just try to print my array, it will return all these array elements, and your start value index will be this. Again, you can add this. So this is the first thing that you did. Okay, next way, you can also add 2 items at the first of this array. So this will add this Bradford and Brinton to this array, and your third item will be this Cardiff. Again, say you can also add on like this push, this will add this item Bristol to the previous array element. So this will be on your 0th index. So if you want to remove, so this is one of the stack format. When you just do push, it will add from the top. Okay, it will add at the first. So when you do this pop, it will remove from the last. So which one will be the removed from this array element? So this item will be removed. Okay, when you just try this removed item, you can also get the removed item and try to print this. It will give you the last item. So another way, another function, you can also use on shift and shift. So this will work similar to the push and push. So this one, if you just get this my array dot shift, it will give you the last item, and your removed item you can also print and check. So some of the things that you can try, okay, with the active learning. So these are some of the basic things. Okay, let me also cover this thing, conditional loops. Some of them we have already done in the classroom. So conditional statements, if you want to go with the test your skills, you can click here. Let me go to this. So conditional statements, if else, okay, one is if else, other is the switch case. If your condition met, it goes to this condition. Okay, if else, then it runs the other condition. So this is the basic syntax that I guess all of you know about this. You can have else if between this if and else. So in this example, shopping done, this is false. Now you are trying to check with some of the variable and you are assigning a Boolean value. Let's say if this is false, if shopping done equals to true, then it will assign the value child's allowance will be 10, else child allowance will be 5. In this case, this is false. Okay, it goes to the else condition. So in this example, showing you with else if, okay, this is label and this is your drop down. The name of your drop down or the ID is weather, and you have some choices. Okay, make a choice. This is your first value you want to show. Okay, second, sunny, rainy, snowy, overcast, like this. So now, see how you can access this thing, these HTML elements with your JavaScript. So one is select, other is paragraph. See, this select and this paragraph, the similar variable or the constants. This example, try to create document.query selector. When you just do select, now you will have all the properties of this select. So second one, document.query string, this P, this is for the paragraph. Okay, now you just access try to get the paragraph element and assign this to your constant para. Now see, select dot add event listener. So for the drop down, when you click, then you just try to change the value. So you need to use this change. Okay, for the change, set weather. Now this should be the function. Okay, set weather, you already have this. This means when you click on your drop down and try to get some value, means when you just try to change the value on the drop down, it will call the set weather function. So within this function, now select dot value means whichever option value you selected, this will be now assigned to your choice. Okay, now let's say if I just select this value from the drop down, then it will be assigned to this choice variable. If this equals to sunny, then now I will write this text. Okay, for the paragraph, para.text content means now you are trying to show this content or the text value within this paragraph. Now this text will be shown within the paragraph. If else your choice is rainy, your value will be something like this. Okay, else if it will be snowing, overcast, then the particular value will be shown to you. See, this is the example. If I just choose sunny, okay, so it will call the function set weather. Okay, this event is bind to the on change, and this in turn is calling the function set weather. So when I just click this rainy, my text is changed. Okay, snowing, like this, overcast. So this is how I get, okay, the changes on my paragraph. So some of the explanation you have in this example, one is the select, okay, other is paragraph. When trying to select any of the option on your drop down select, it will make some changes to your paragraph element. So this is what this example tried to show you. So these are some of the comparison operators. Either you have this equals to, equals to, equals to. This is the strict equality. Okay, this is not equals to or not identical to. So this one less than, greater than. So again, a comparison operator. You can also do less than or equals to, greater than or equals to. So one more example with if else. Let's say cheese, this is a variable. Okay, if cheese, you have this value, then console.log, it will print you this, else this will print you this. So these are the basic examples for the if else statements. So nested if else, within if you can again have all the if your choice is this, it goes to the inner if statement. Again, there you just write a statement or the conditional statements like if your temperature is less than 86, it will show you the text in the paragraph like this. Okay, else if, so temperature greater than or equals to this, you can have your own statements. So this is called nested if else. This means within if, okay, you again have other if else statements. So other operators that you can use, one is and, other is or, and the last one is not, the exclamation symbol. If you want to have more than one condition, then you can use either and or. So in this example, so instead of doing the nested if else condition statements, you can have the two statements within a single if statement. So for this, you need to use the operator, either and or operator. In this example, this strictly check for this condition, and again your temperature should be below this. Okay, both of these conditions should be true, then only it will go to the your inner if block. Okay, else if. So you check these two conditions. If this is true, then only it will go to this inner statements. So for the or, any of the statements is true, then your inner statements will be executed. Okay, similar one. If not means both way, any of this condition, okay, it is checked. Let's say this is true, with this not, it will be evaluated to false. So in order to go to this if statements, your inner this block should be false. With the negation, it will consider this as true, then only it will go to the if statement. So you can also have a statements like this. This is one block and this is other block. Okay, so in order to satisfy this condition, you should have x equals condition. This is within the or statement. Any of this condition must be true, and this condition. So again, you have logged in, or then username equals to Steve. Okay, this condition, both of this condition, okay, you are presenting with or means you should have one true from here, and you should have one true from here, and true. This will be true using the and condition. Okay, then only the inner code will be executed. Similarly for this, okay, or conditional statements. Okay, same thing with the switch case statements. Switch case, and the default. So whatever choice or the whatever expression you just pass from the switch, this will match with any of the switch case, either choice 1, choice 2, or this. So you should have break within these cases. Okay, then the last one you can add as a default. If any of the condition does not meet with the cases, then it will go to the default case. So this is again the similar example. You have a drop down, this select IT equals to weather. This is just a label. Okay, now document dot query selector. So this select is your drop down. Now you will have this, okay, the similar thing that we have just look over the previous one, if else statement. So this conditional conditions or the query selector, these are same. So within the function now you have with a switch case, okay, your choice, whatever value you have selected, maybe sunny, rainy, like this. Now whatever case it matches, now paragraph dot text content, so this is your text. Now you should have a break. Another case, rainy, similar way, okay, para dot text content break, like this. And the default one, the same thing, same example is showing you with a switch case statements. If this is sunny, okay, the result is that you have mentioned within the case, okay, overcast. So this is the text. So if you want, you can get the running live example from the GitHub. So this is the link. So another example, another conditional statements that you can refer besides if else statements or the switch case, you can go with the ternary operator. So for the ternary operator, see, this is the thing. You will have one condition. So this is your question mark. If condition is true, then run this condition. If false, then run the conditional, run this code instead. Okay, this one. So your variable greeting is birthday, okay? So if this is true, let's say this has a boolean value, let's say true, then we'll show you happy birthday, Mrs. Smith. We hope you have a great day. Otherwise, see, after this colon, so this is for the false statement, then it will show you good morning, Mrs. Smith. Okay. So ternary operator, if you just have a condition, and if you just want to show as a true and false, in that cases you can use the ternary operator. So this example with your HTML tags and how you can refer them with your JavaScript. You have one drop down, okay, select ID equals to theme. You have two options, white and black. Now see, select, this is your drop down. Now this select constant. Now you will have all the properties of this select drop down. Another see constant HTML, query selector HTML. So document.body style.padding. This means now you want to add the padding of 10 pixel. In this example, you are just adding, or you are just trying to access the CSS properties padding and add them as a style for your body. Okay, now you have one function here, function update. So for this function, you have two parameters. One is busy color, other is text color. So HTML style background color equals to busy color. With this, you are trying to access the background color. So this is the property, CSS property. Again, HTML style dot color. This is for your text color. This is for your background color. So you just pass, or you just applied the busy color. You have passed from your function. Okay. So text color. This is again from your function text color. So you need to call this function. So this is where, okay, it has all this function select on change. This is your event, okay, on change event. You are calling the function, then select dot value equals to black. If this is true, let's say you just selected the black from the drop down like this, let's say black, okay. The background color for your page will be black and your text will be white. See, this is how it is shown to you. So if this is true, your selected value is black, then it will call the function object. And this update function, you are passing black for the busy color and you are passing white for the text color. Okay, so if you just select, let's say white, so this means select dot value equals to black, this will be evaluated to false. This means it goes to the statement after this colon. So update, you are passing your background color as white and you are passing your text color as black. So these two colors pass on to this function, and this color will be applied to your background color of your page and the text color of your page. So this is one of the interesting example. Okay, first try with this. See, let's see what happened here. If this is February, okay, so this example should show you the month calendar for the January, okay, month calendar for the March, like this. You have to show, okay. Okay, in this example, it show you should have one select element so that user can choose between different months that starts from January to December. So on change event, you need to detect the value selected. Okay, this one we have already done a verb. And next one, you should have one function called create calendar, and this should display your calendar and display the correct month in the H1 element. So this is your H1 element. Whatever you selected, let's say if I just select January, this should show me the February like this, whatever you selected. So with this example, you are just asked to select the month and show that particular month or the month name within the H1. So next one, you need to add these conditional statements, okay? On change handler function, you just need to add some conditionals, comments, conditional statements here, okay? Another one, look at the selected months stored in your choice variable. So this is the instruction for you, okay? You should have one variable as a choice. Then you will be using this select element and get the changed value. Next one, set the variable called days, okay? And this should be equal to the number of days in the selected month. Let's say for the January, you should have a certain number of months, either 30, 31 like this, okay? So some of the hints, you can either use logical or you can also have multiple months together in a single condition. So this is up to you how you are going to use. And the last hint, say, think about the number of days in most common and use them as a default. So this is what it has asked. Some of the logic it has presented to you like this. Okay, you will have one select statement, or you can also present them in UL, the unordered list. S1 is another element that you can show for the month. For this one, select dot on change. Okay, this should show whatever value you selected. So this is the month value. Okay, you can add this to your choice. Then you should have this function. For this function, you should pass the days and choice. This means the number of days. Okay, let's say January, February like this. Let's say January as 31 days, you need to pass here 31. And for the choice, you should pass January like this. Okay, once you call this function, this value will be passed to this function list dot inner HTML. So this is the unordered list. You have this s1 dot text content. You will be showing the month. Then with the for loop, up to how many days? Let's say for the January, let's say you have 31 days. Then your loop starts from 1 to 31. And doing this, within this for loop, you are creating the number of LIs, means a list item. In this case, for the January, 31 list item you are creating. Okay, this thing now you are trying to append your list item text content 1. Okay, this will be the value 1 like this. For the value of I equals to 1, next time or the next loop it will be 2 like this. So this value 1, this is from the loop. Okay, this blue color, this one, this is your list item. So everything, this whole calendar set is within the unordered list, and this 1, 2, 3, 4, these are the list items. So doing this simple logic is presenting you the calendar. So here's the example. Okay, 31, and your choice value is January like this. So this one you can show. Okay, so another one for the active learning. So some of the statements given to you. Okay, just follow this and you can make things happen while changing some of the things. Some of the editable codes, it is given to you. Okay, you can use this code and make some changes. So this way you can better understand the things. Okay, these are also recording. So doing this, we also covered some of the conditional statements. So for the loop, if you just directly want to test your skill, go to this, test your skill with the loops. If you want to have some basic knowledge, okay, you can go to your looping codes. So something is presented in a picture. Let's say I have no food, then it goes to your collect food. If yes, then go to cook at home. If no, then again keep on collecting the food. So this is some examples shown in picture. Okay, this is just a pseudo code, means not the exact syntax. This is the thing that you try to understand. That's a loop. If the food is 0, your food need will be up to 10. Okay, if your food less than or equals to food need, then exit loop, else your food will be incremented by 2 like this. Okay, this is just a pseudo code. Okay, let's start with the example. Some of the example. Okay, better we start with this. So for the for condition, you should have one initialization. Okay, this means some initial value. Then the exit condition means the condition up to where you want to run your code. So the final expression means the either increment or the decrement. So these 3 things you should have either for the for loop, for the while loop, or do while loop. So this is one example. Now you have this array. Okay, 5 elements you have in this cats. This is another variable. My cats are called, this is your string. Okay, constant para document.query string p means you should have one paragraph. Now you are trying to access the paragraph element, and you will have all the properties in this constant para. Now using for loop, your value starts from 0, and your value condition will be up to the length. This means I less than or equals to 5, and I plus plus, then info plus equals to cats I means now you are trying to concatenate this. Your info, you already have my cats are called. Okay, then plus equals to means you are trying to do some concatenation, and with some comma after each of the array elements. Cats I, this is 0, this will give you Bill. Okay, next it will give you Jeff, like this. You keep on adding within the string info with individual this array element, Bill, comma Jeff, comma, like this. Okay, so this is your end result. So this is what you will get. So within if else, within this for loop, you are using this if and else, like this. If the value of I equals to cats dot length minus 1, you keep on adding this with and this cats I means the index value of the cat. Okay, then else info, like this. There might be some cases you need to break your loop. Okay, so this example show you the use of the break. So it depends on your condition where you want to break. So in this example, you have one text field, you have one other button. Okay, so you have other element as paragraph. So this is your array 1, 2, 3. You can, let's consider the Chris. This must be the phone number or the mobile number, whatever you like. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements you have. Let's say contacts. Then this is the paragraph. This is your text input. So this is your button. So when you just click on the button, this means btn.add event listener. When you click on the button, it should get the value from your text field input. Okay, this one, and convert this to lowercase and assign this to your source name. This is your variable. Now see input dot value. This means now you just free your text field. Okay, you remove any of the text field that you removed, that you have added. Then again your cursor focus will be on that input text field. Now see, you start from 0 and your contacts dot length. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, less than 5, I plus plus. Now you split the contact. Okay, contacts I dot split. You started to split with this semicolon. Okay, whatever you have, contacts I, you will have Chris and then this number, and you want to split this name and this number. Now split contact 0 dot to lowercase. Okay, for this now you will have equal, let's say equals to search name is the one that you get from the text field. Okay, let's say if you just type Chris in your text field, and if this is equals to this, now you are showing this thing in your paragraph. Para dot text content, split content 0. Let's say this is Chris number is this 2232, like this. This example try to show. If this matches, it break your statements. Okay, else para dot text content contact not found. So this is the example. So this is your text field, this is your button. If I just type this and try to search, say it just split into this number. This is shown in my paragraph. If you just see, so this is your element. So within this paragraph, see, initially this is empty. See, I'll just remove from here. Initially this is like this. Okay, empty. When I just type this, okay, so paragraph is empty for now. When I just click on this button, this is going to add within this paragraph. Okay, see, now you have this thing in the paragraph. So when I just type anything, it will show me contact not found. Okay. If you do not have this break statement, it will keep on searching. Okay. With all the loops that starts from 0 to 5, less than 5. So better if your condition meets, better you break the loop statements. So next, another interesting with the loop, you can use continue. If your condition meets, okay, you can use the continue statements. Okay, let's see with this example. So your syntax is continue. For the break, we have used break as a statement for the command. So on the same example, okay, input value is whatever you input from the text field. You just go with this, okay, starts from 1 and your value starts less than or equals to number I++. Okay, with this example, you are trying to find the square root of the provided number. Let's say you insert 5, it will start from 1 and go up to 5. Okay, then math that square root this I, this value will be assigned to this sq root. Now you are using math.floor square root not equals to this sq root, then continue. Okay, so let me enter some condition, and after this you are trying to show this thing in your paragraph like this. Let's say 5. Okay, it starts from this 1 2 like this. If I just enter 1, okay, loop starts from 1, loop in with 1, okay, equals to 1. Square root for 1 is 1. If you just try to this math.floor square root, so it will give you 1. Okay, if this not equals to this square root, it keep on continue. So this is how it will work. So this continue means you can have other statements, or you can also do continue, and you do not want to show other statements, then it will skip this and go to other loops. Okay, with the 5, say this is interesting. So you do not have anything as such. See, for the 2 3 you do not have, you have a 4. Okay, you do not have 5 like this. You are using floor means it will go to the down step using floor. Okay, while, do while. So these are the one that we have already done. So another thing, I just want to let you know, one more function with the JavaScript. If you want to add any of the HTML element on the fly, then you can use this create element. So paragraph, you are creating a paragraph element. Okay, then output.append child. So this output, this must be some of the element. Okay, see, it's here document.query selector output. This is your class element. Okay, so within this you want to show, or you just want to append this paragraph. Let's say this output, this is, let's say, your div. Within this div, using class as output, within this div, if you want to add paragraph, you need to do like this: create element, this p, this is for the paragraph, and then append child. Append child means within the div you want to have this paragraph as a child element. Okay, then para.text content, whatever text you like. So this thing we have already done, text content. So this is something new to you: create element and this append child. So these are some of the examples. with the loops. Functions, we have already done the functions, so this must be the revision for you guys. So some of the browser defined function, okay, inbuilt function, this replace, this is the string function. Replace, this will replace the first string value with the second value, okay. So this join, this function is from the array. This is inbuilt function for the array, you can refer. Okay, when you just do join, then this string will be all joined together and it will be shown you as a string value for this individual array elements. So again, this random, this is the function. So one more interesting thing, functions versus methods. So if you are using some procedural programming type of thing, procedural approach, you will refer them as a function. If you just go with some object-oriented approach, the function will be within a class block, okay, within the class. Then in that case, you will refer them as the methods. This means the operation you want to get out of the object, okay. So keywords will be same, both way you will be using function. This is draw, this is your function, this must be one object ctx, okay. So within this object means you are referring the function from a class. You always create object out of your class, okay. Now that object can refer to the function. If that function will be within the class, you better refer them as methods. Okay, you call this method and you pass these parameters. So this thing you can refer them as a method. So these are some of the basic functions without parameters and functions without return type. Okay, alert hello. Whenever you call this function, you get hello with your alert dialog box. So how many times you call this function, you will get the same hello. So other way also just function, you do not have a function name, okay. So this is called the anonymous function. So this one, okay. So this thing, button, you should have within a HTML element. So on click, you are calling the function and you should have this alert. So this one, you do not have a function name as such, okay, but whenever you click on this button, this will give you alert hello. So this one, my greeting function, okay. For this function, you will have a alert hello. This way also you can call it. So whatever type of value you assign, okay, that variable will, or that constant will show the similar behavior. This means migrating, you are assigning the whole block of function for this constant. Okay, now same thing, this thing you can call them as a function. Another way, another greeting, migrating, okay, you are assigning the whole function to this variable. Now this will show you the behavior of a function. Okay, if you want to get a random value, okay, you can get math.random. Your random number will be always between 0 to 1. So if you want to get the multiples of this thing, let's say up to 10, you need to multiply by 10. If you want to get up to 100, you need to multiply by 100 like this. So one more variable, okay, my text, I am a string, new string, my text, replace, this is just a replace function. Okay, this thing just a repetition. Array, if you want to join, use the join function. So this is the join with the spaces. This is join with no such spaces. Okay, so if you do not have this spaces, it will show you with some comma separation. Or you can say this as a comma delimitation. Okay, one more thing for the JavaScript. You can have your JavaScript file like this, first.js. This is your JavaScript file. So second one, second.js. You can also add like this. Once you include your JavaScript, you can call the function within your JS file. Okay, let's say first.js. Within this file, you have this variable name. You have a function greeting. Okay, for the second one, you have a name as this JavaTech, and your function is again greeting. Alert, our company is called this. Okay, JavaTech, and your company, hello, the name, welcome to our company. So what do you think, which one will be called when you just try to call this greeting? You have both of the functions called greeting.
First one.
So this is how you can do better. In this case, you can just refer or you can just change the function names. So this one, see, this file results in an error because you are referring to the same function which is already within your first.js, okay, and again in your second.js. Now you have one more interesting example, I guess, using the function, okay. Just go through this. This is just a simulation of a zoo. So in this you have these animals, okay, lions, zebra, tigers, penguins, like this. They are kept in their own enclosures, and you have to access the things inside their enclosure in the same manner as the function scopes. So this is something interesting, okay. Different animals would feel really uncomfortable inside unfamiliar habitats. A lion or a tiger would feel terrible inside the penguin's watery, icy domain. At worst, lions and tigers must try to eat the penguins. Okay, this is the example. The zookeeper is like a global scope. Okay, this means yes, he has access to any of the enclosures to provide food, okay, tend to may also recover the sick animals like this. So this is some criteria, okay, provided to you. Now trying to play with the scope, you are provided with a function scope.html. This is the example, okay. Within this function you should create these functions, and you are also asked to create variables like x, y, and z. Okay, copy this and first check with the example. Okay, this is what is provided to you at first. So this is your function A, function B, and the other function as output. For this, you will have paragraph, trying to append your paragraph element and showing you the value for the paragraph. So once you do this, okay, create functions with output x, y, and z, and you are again asked to create other functions, function A, function B. Just follow these things step by step. From here, try to call the function A and B, okay. Your function A looks like this, your function B like this. So this is what you exactly need to follow, okay. So this way you are trying to work with the real scope for the function.
च्याटमा म्यासेज हेर्नु न
So this is all about the function that you can go with. Event, some of the things that we have already covered for the event. Okay. So this one is for you, test your skill event. So this is something interesting, shown you with some pictures, some real examples, okay? So this is something interesting in your page. So event, you can refer them as the actions or the occurrences that happen within the system or within your program, okay? Your system should produces or flies a signal or of some kind when an event occurs. Means your button click, this will produce some, okay, some signals. Means whenever you click the button, it will show some behavior or whatever you want to do. You can add your own code for the button click. Same cases we have also observed for the radio buttons, okay, for drop down list with the previous example as selection of black and white. So these are the some events. On change is the event that we have observed for the drop down. So in this example, see, for example, in an airport, when the runway is clear for a plane to take off, a signal is communicated to a pilot, and as a result, they commence piloting the plane. So this means any action, any signals that you produce in your page, you can refer them as an event. So for the wave, events, they are fired inside the browser window and also tend to attach to the specific items or the elements that resides within your page in the form of some HTML elements, okay, in the form of CSS properties like this. So this can be within a single element, set of elements, HTML documents loaded in a current tab or the entire browser. So a lot of things can happen as an event within a page. This means user clicking on the mouse over, okay, user clicking on the mouse, user just dragging the mouse, user just moving the mouse click like this, okay, on mouse wheel movement, the user pressing a key. So these are the keyboard events, okay. The first one is the mouse event. Next one is the user resizing or closing the browser window. This close, this resize, these are also the events. Web page, okay, finish loading means whenever I just try to load any of the pages, this is also one of the event that you can find in your browser. Next one, the form submission with your submit button, okay, maybe your form submission with some Ajax. This can be some event. Now video being played with some of the play, stop, pause, these icons, and also the time dragger. You can also refer them as some events, and any other error that occurred in your pages. All of these things you can refer as the event. So for the events to occur, or for the events, if you want to work them as you wish, you need to handle those events. So this thing you can refer them as event handler, okay. So change is your event and on change is your event handler. You can refer them like this. So for this one, you need to register an event handler, okay. So this is also called event listener. Then this thing you need to bind with some function. Then only whatever you want to work with some of your controls, then only it will work. So some example presented to you. let's say this is your button, okay, change button. When you click on this button, you can call a function like this, okay, your button, you get the value, you have one function as random. For this, you are passing this random function and a number plus one, whatever value you passed, okay, this will be passed on and its lower value will be returned. So whenever you just click on the button, it will give you this RBG. This is your function. For the RBG, you should have three parameters, okay, or there's three values. One, the first value will be the red part, and the green value, and this one is for the blue. Okay, so you are just passing the blue value, you are just passing some of the values for the red, green, and blue. So each function within this will call the value between this 1 to 255. Okay, similarly for the green, similarly for the blue. Okay, now let's say this will have some value and this will be assigned to this constant, and this body dot style dot background color. Now the color value, okay, combination of these three color value will be assigned to the background color of the page. So this is what exactly happened. So this click color, okay, change color, when I just click, see, I'll get this value. Next time, each time when I click on the button, the value is changed because of the random value it gets for the red, green, and the blue part. Okay. So with this example, you are trying to append your event, the click event, okay, with your function, this on click, and within this you are calling this random function. So this is similar. This is again same, okay. You are having a function BG caller, or you can directly also call like this. BG caller, you have the statements within this function, and on click you just call this function BG caller. This will also do, okay. So this is another way, btn dot on click. So within this you can have a thing like the similar statements. So next one, similarly, btn dot on click. This is one of the event handler. Okay. Similarly, for the button, you can also use on focus, on blur like this, on double click, window dot on key press. Okay. This is for the key event, key up, key down like this. For the button, you can also have mouse over. You can also mouse over on the button. See, whenever I just mouse over on this button, okay, you if you just want to make your event work just with the mouse over on this button without the click, then you need to use on mouse over. So these are the events on mouse over, on mouse out. Or you can also call like this on click, just BG caller, just directly call the function name being on this HTML, your tag. So this is something interesting, see. Document.query selector all button means, let's say how many buttons you have in your pages. Let's say you have 10 buttons, okay, you are getting all the buttons. Okay, then this, for all the 10 buttons, whichever you clicked, okay, it will call the function. So this is how you can also affect. Next one, using for each. For each is the built-in function. So doing this for each, you can affect all the other buttons like this. You should have this one statement, okay. Instead of using this for loop, you can use this for each. This will also work. Another one, btn.add event listener. This is other way you can also work with the events. Okay, one is btn dot on click. This one we have already done. Next one is btn dot add event listener. To make this work, you need to pass your event name, that is your click, and your second parameter will be your function name. So this is how you can do. So if you do not want to bind the click event for your button, you can use this remove event listener and then click and this bg change. Okay, if you do not want to bind your click event with this function, you need to use this event remove event listener. So multiple handlers you can also use. My event on click function A, so on click function B. So this will create some confusion. Okay, so better say you are using the same event, let's say same element on click, and you are trying to call the two functions. Okay, so this one, so this click function A, this click function B, you are trying to register the function for the click event for this my element. Okay, so this will be the pure case of overwritten. So in this case, function B, the call of function B will overwrite this function A. So this is simple. Okay, so this is event arguments you can refer, or the event object you can pass for the function. See, this is your function call. Okay, function definition. Then this is the previous code. E dot, this is your object dot target dot style background color equals to whatever random color generated using the combination of three colors. Then console dot log E. So just show this thing. So this is your function definition. If you want to call this function, add event listener, click bg change. Okay, so for the bg change, this E itself, see, you are trying to change, you are trying to pass the object itself. For this E, you are passing the button itself. Okay, so you have a variable or the object as E here. This means your button you are passing button dot target dot style background color. You are trying to change the background color of the button itself. Okay, so these are some of the validation. You have text field F name, you have text field and L name, and you have another button as submit. So query selector, okay, from you have this get element by ID F name, get element by ID last name. So next one is a paragraph. So on form dot on submit function E, you are trying to pass the object here. Okay, F name if this one value is empty, and L name if this value is empty. E dot prevent default. Okay, E dot prevent default means the object you are passing. Then this one paragraph dot text content, you need to fill in both names. So when I just click on this, I am shown with this. Okay, E means you must enter this value for the object. Okay, when I just click, now it goes to this if statement. If this is not empty, everything is fine. Okay, it should not enter into this if statement. If I just enter for the F name, last name is my empty, then it goes to this if block. Okay, then it will show you the message that you have in your paragraph. Function, let me close this. So this is also one of the interesting thing that you can do with the events. Okay, let's check this. So is the picture clear on your screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, first go with this screen. Try to find some of the HTML elements in this page. So in this example, you have one button, okay, one div element, and class is used as hidden. Maybe your display block will be hidden, okay. You have a video as a tag. You have a source. Your source of video is video/mp4 or WebM. So if it does not support, okay, it will show you the message. Here is the link to the video instead. Okay, first you should understand what are the elements you have for this page, and by using any required elements or the events, you trigger either them to show or hide like this. Okay, so when you click on this, say btn.onClick. Now you are making a function to work, video box dot set attribute, okay, class showing. For the showing, you should have written something to show the whole video block. On click function set attribute, class has hidden. Okay, similarly, video dot on click function, video dot play. Whenever you click on the video, then your video should be played. Okay, when I just clicked. Video stopped. Okay. So some of the events that is used in this example, one is on click event. Okay, you will have other tag elements you need to access as a video tag, div elements. So these are used. So with this example, so this is what exactly happened for your browser. First, you will have HTML body, this thing, and within the body, you will have the div elements, and within div, you have a video. Okay, for this, when you just click on, let's say on the div, it is defined and it will work accordingly that you have mentioned in your event handler code. Similarly, for the video, when you just click, it will work as per you defined. So event capture, it all starts with all the element rendering in your page. Okay, so then it will check for the div element whether it is clicked, then your handler will be called. Then video checked, this video means the video element. Okay, then it will also check for the on click handler like this. Then only it will pop up with some of the events, actual events. Okay, video check for the on click handler, this handler invoked first like this inner element, and the parents are the div elements. Okay, this is how events will be triggered. So next one, for the event, it has a function available, and you can also call the stop propagation, means you can also make them invoke your handler's event object. Next one, video.play. This is a method for your video. Okay. So one is on click and other is the play. So this E is your object. The video itself, it is passing. Okay. If you want to check, you can check the source. Okay. So you already have this for the div. You are applying this properties. For the hidden, you have this. Okay. For showing, you have this. So you are hiding just using -50%. div videos you are showing like this. So initially the class is hidden. Okay, you are writing the script for this. Button on click video set attribute. This means now show this block. So you are just trying to show the whole div elements. So this thing you can check being on the page like this. That's it. Okay, this is gone. This is played. Okay, this class, it will be changed. So this is a paragraph. So this way you can see the effect. Okay. So initially your class will be hidden. Okay, you will have this video tag. So this div and this video, this example, try to access it. Button, this is, all of you are familiar with this. For the div, see, it has a video box. So the video tag itself, it has referred as a video. When you just click on the button, your video box, you are setting, or you are just changing your class to showing. Okay, initially it was the class equals to hidden. Now this will be changed to showing. So when you click on this video, on video click, it will play video.play. This is the function it has called. So this is how it will be shown. So this is all about event handling. So more, if you want to go with, you can test your skills with the events. So this will also help you with your assignment. Okay, better you can go with these things also. Some of the assignments, let's say with the event 1, 2, and 3, this means 3 tasks you can go with. So this thing also you can try. So most of the things that we have already covered. In our first event related task, you need to create a simple event handler that causes a text inside the button to change when it is clicked and change back when it is clicked again. Okay, you have a button. This means you should create a page with HTML elements. So this button means you should have a button as a tag. Okay, then you should have this classes as on, classes as off, like this. So you also need to consider the text for the button. Okay, again your properties for the CSS things like this. So task 2, you are provided with this. You need to create a HTML page, HTML elements, and need to make this code work in a page. So same for the task 3. So while doing this, we just try to cover most of the things, okay, up to this JavaScript building blocks. You also have this thing, see, guess game, some of the JavaScript examples. Up to here we have completed, okay. So this is for you, for your assignment. So this is something interesting, see. Now you need to apply whatever you have learned in JavaScript up to event handling. You need to show your skill in this example. First one, you are asked to get the code, okay. You should go and grab the zip files for the example from here, and on this file you are provided with some HTML, CSS, and some of the basic JavaScript, or maybe you have to write your own JavaScript. This example, see, so you are shown with the images, okay. So this is your image. Now you have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other thumbnail images. So this means when you click on this image, you are shown a big image, okay, for the selected thumbnail images. So H1 image gallery. So this is your text, okay, this image gallery example. div class full dash image. So this is your div with the class this, and there must be some classes or the properties values written for this class. And img like this, div class overlay, this is your div. So you should also have one text here, darken, see, darken like this. Okay, so this is what your example should look like. Okay, so let me download this. Okay, this is your example. Just drag and drop this. So this is your example, okay. You are also given with some main.js as a JavaScript file. So you are also given with style.css, okay. When you are also given with some images, pictures up to 1 to 5. So try to open this file, see what it has given to you. So can you see my screen? Or you can just see this browser window?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the example, see? you should have one event. Probably you need to click on this and make some changes to your images. Okay, this is one. You should have some thumbnail images at the bottom. So this is the output you should have. Exactly this one. Okay, your 5 images as a thumbnail you should have. Then when you click on this, it should make some effect. For this, you need to add these things. Okay, better you need to follow these things step by step. You are just given with the plain HTML. Okay, you are given with CSS. Maybe you need to apply your CSS to your pages, and you need to call the JavaScript functions like this. Okay, in your JavaScript, you need to do this, look through this divs, and add your on-click event handler for the images. Okay, on this div. So you just need to follow all of these things. Just applying CSS, this will be simple, but doing with JavaScript and events, so this will add some more knowledge to your JavaScript skill. So this is what your assignment asks you to do. So other one, see, DOM APIs, final.js, this is something more interesting. So DOM API, this refers to the document object model. Each of the elements, each of the attribute values you can access being on the page. So see, for the DOM, or each of these elements or each of these objects make your document object model. Okay, you have a doc type, HTML, these are at the top. So within this HTML, you will have head. For the head, you will have some title like this, meta, these are other tags. And after this head, you will have a body inside this HTML. So both are on the same level, head and body. Okay, within body, you will have section and other HTML elements as image, paragraph, hyperlinks like this. Okay, so when you just refer to any of the web pages, you will always have a element node. Okay, you will always have a root node which always starts with the HTML like this. Within this you will have a child nodes for the body. You will have a img as a child. Okay, or the section as your child node like this. So within your form, you can again have other element nodes. So other descendant nodes, okay, these nodes, they reside anywhere inside the another node. Okay, images you can have either within the body. Images you can also have just within the body. Okay, or section, you can have this image within your section tag. So parent node means whenever you just refer, let's say you have a section as the node, the parent node must be the body. Okay, let's say you have a paragraph, those paragraph must be within the body like this. Let's say you have paragraph within div, then the parent node for the paragraph will be the div. And the sibling nodes, this means they are on the same hierarchical level. Okay, let's say your head and your body, so these are the siblings. Okay, so text node means wherever text you are showing in any of the elements, so this thing you can refer as the text node. So DOM manipulation, some of the examples we have already observed. For the button, if you want to refer, you can just refer them as document.query selector button. That thing we have already done. If you want to select your anchor tag, you can just do with query selector, just A. You are referring the tag itself. Okay, and this is just your constant link you are referring. Okay, link.text element means now you want to show your text content within your hyperlink. Let's say a href, and your hyperlink text you want to show or you want to add with the JavaScript, you can do like this: link.text content Mozilla Development Network, it will be shown to you. Similarly, other properties for the hyperlink, you can refer as href. Let's say when you are writing your hyperlink text, you just refer as a href equals to this. Okay. So in this case, if you directly want to add, then link dot href. This means you just refer this as the object. Document object is your link. Now you want to use the property and show the text for the hyperlink as this. Okay. Similarly, if you want to show the hyperlink or the URL for the link is this developers.mozilla.org. So this way you can refer. Using query selector, you just refer to a single element. Using query selector all, you are referring to all the elements, the similar all elements. Next are the references that you can do for your document object elements. You can just follow like this: document.getElementById. This document, okay, better this should be the small one. So document.getElementByMyId. If you want to refer any of the element with the ID name, then you can refer this getElementById. Okay, for the tag we have used query selector. For the ID, better you refer this as getElementById. If you again want to refer similar to the query selector, you can also use getElementByTagName. For the tag name, you can pass on, let's say, paragraph or hyperlink, divs, whatever element you have within your page. Similarly, if you just want to get all elements by tag name, let's say paragraph, then all the paragraph you have in your pages will be affected. So with this example, document.query selector, so section, this means you must have a section as an element within your page. Okay, now you are creating your object as sect. Now you have all the properties of your element, document object element section. So this one, if you want to create a new element, this is something like you are writing paragraph in your HTML page. Okay, document.createElement P, this will create a paragraph. Okay, your constant para. Then for this, now if you want to add some text content, then you can use text content, then add whatever text you like. So once you add this content, now you need to show this paragraph to, let's say, some of your section that we have evolved. So sec.append child para. Now this will show you this paragraph within the section. This paragraph, say you do not have a paragraph within your page, but you want to create them with your JavaScript and add some text to that paragraph. And if you want this paragraph to show inside in some of the sections or the div, then you just need to append them as a child. Okay, in this example, your section sect.append child, and you are passing the paragraph, means now you want to show the paragraph within this section. So next one, you can also create a text node like this, document.text node, and some text you can pass. Okay, this way also you can create some of the node and passing the text input. Query selector, paragraph. Okay, this one you are trying to create a paragraph, and link para dot append child, and this text you can also show. This text is just a text string. Okay, you are just passing this text content for your paragraph, and you are just trying to append those texts to the paragraph you created. So with append child, you are creating the elements or adding any of the elements, in this case paragraph, to the section. Remove child, this will remove whatever the element you have in your pages. Paralink dot remove, this will also help you remove the things. Okay, child nodes. link para dot parent node remove child. This way also you can do. Okay, the inner nodes or the childs will be removed. In this case, if you want to remove the paragraph, you need to send the name of the paragraph. So this way you actually just work with some of the HTML elements. Either you create the element, okay, either you append the element and you are showing those paragraph elements to your pages, or you just remove the HTML elements. So this way you are just working with the HTML elements in your page. So there are other way you can also work with your styles. Maybe you need to add styles on the fly, okay, or you need to apply, let's say, colors, background colors, or whatever attributes or the values you work with your CSS, you can do with the JavaScript. So in, let's say, some of your event codes, if you want to show some color for the text, you can do like this. Okay, para, this must be some element name for the paragraph. Style.color, you're trying to add a color for the text. Background color, you're trying to add background color for this paragraph. Similarly, padding of 10 pixel for the paragraph, width of 250 pixel for the paragraph, and text aligned to center. So always remember, while you are working with the JavaScript, either it's a function or it's a properties, the first letter always starts with the small, and the second word, initial letter, will be capital. C for the background color, B is small. For the color, C is capital. Similarly, for the text align, text T is small and the align A is capital. So this way, if you follow, there will be very less chances you write the code with errors. So while you do this, with the JavaScript, now when you just go with your page on a browser, do some inspect element, you will find something like this. Color is white, background dash color, it will be in JavaScript. This is written as this background and the color C capital. It will convert it to the inline style in your page. Check in your browser, inspect element, it will show you in background dash color and your color name. Padding 10 pixel, width of this, text dash aligned and center. So for the CSS, the two word properties are presented with let's say text and dash align. The same thing, if you just check or if you just try to find in JavaScript, it is mentioned as text, and then for the align, A is capital. So this is the changed. If you just try to remember, this will be quite easy. Now this is something interesting. Style, so within this style you have highlight as a class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the same above property values. Instead of just writing these 5 lines and applying each of them one by one in your JavaScript code, what if you just manage to just append this class to be used with the JavaScript, then it will be quite easy. So for this, see, first you need to create a class like this. Then let's say this para is a paragraph, then set attribute, then class highlight. Just you can just set the attribute for the paragraph and set this as a class highlight. This means, so whenever you load your page, you will get the value like paragraph P, then class equals to highlight. So this is much better. This one, again with the manipulation of your document object elements. So query selector div means you should have one div element in your page. Now constant div, then minimum width, window, you can refer this as window width and window height, window dot inner width, window dot inner height. Okay, whatever width and height of your monitor it will get. Then this one for the div, okay, style add the width using this, whatever width you get, this much pixel and this much height pixel. Okay, now you are just trying to set the width and height for your div. So see, window dot on resize, this is your event. For this event, now you are trying to show window width, window height, and let's say you have a div. This div should adjust according to your window width and window height. Okay, whenever you just try to resize, let's say do something like this, resize your window, this should be adjusted accordingly, according to this code. So let's go with some of the actual learning, showing some of the dynamic shopping list. So in this example, we are trying to make a simple shopping list that should allow us to dynamically add elements to the list using a form input and the button. When you add an item to the input, press the button, the item should appear in the list. This means you should have one text field, add something, let's say eggs, milk, bread, these are some of the list. Now add some other items, then click on add, this should be shown within this list. Okay, and you also have a delete button. When you click on the delete button or link, it should remove that item from the list. So this is the example. Okay, you are asked to copy this shopping list.html. Okay, start using this, make a local copy of this somewhere. It has some minimal CSS. You are also provided with the CSS, a list of label input button like this. So now you are asked to use this. Okay, okay, this is it. You have UL, okay, you have div, you have button like this, li button. So these are classes provided to you. So next one, see, so up to here, you are asked to create 3 variables that should hold the references or the object for this UL, input, and button. Now create a function that will run in response to the button being clicked. Means create a function, and you need to call this function when you click on this add item. Inside the function body, start off by storing the current value of the input element in a variable. Okay, then next one, empty the input element by setting its value to the empty string. Okay, this element should be empty. Then create 3 new elements that should hold li, span, button, and store them in variable. This means on the fly, when you click on the button, you need to create this li, span like this. Okay, then append the span and button as child of the list element. Then set the text content of the span to the input element value you saved earlier, and the text content of the button to delete. This also you need to show with some delete button. Okay, this means li, okay, span and button while you are trying to show these things. So similar thing we have already done in previous example. Now this example just want you to implement the things that we have learned, okay, for the example. Okay, you can also refer the things, finished shopping list, see the running live. It will better, you can understand. See, this is, let's say, item 1. When I just click, an item. Okay, item 2. See, try to find what exactly happens. Let me first remove this. Okay, this is my example. So this is my heading. Okay, this is my div element input, and this is my button. You have UL, and within UL you have nothing as such. Okay, you have one classes for your properties for this UL. Now, if I just manage to do thing item 1, okay, we have anything within the head? No. Okay, you have script here. So see, when I just add item 1 and click this item, then it will call this function, this button dot on click function. Okay, input dot value, whatever value I entered. Let's say I entered item 1 dot, okay, item 1, then that value will be assigned to this my item input dot value. Now once I just read the value from the input, I will just remove those value from the text field. Okay, then see, li span button, you are asked to create these elements. Create these elements li span and button, and append each of these things. List item, okay, list item is from the span. Okay, my item, this is from the input value. Okay, list item dot append child, then list button, you are trying to show some button. Okay, for that button you are trying to show the delete as the text. Then list dot append child, you are passing all the list item like this. Okay, and list btn dot on click, then remove child, then list item. So this is what needs to be done. So when I click on this, okay, now you have, see, one li with the item 1 and one button, this delete. Similarly, item 2, when I just add, now this is appended. See, everything is appended, means after this li, now I have another li. Similarly, item 3, when I just click on the button, I'll get the third list item like this. So when I just click on the button, see, this function will be called when I click on the button. Dot on click function remove child, whichever you clicked. Okay, the same object value will be passed. Okay, this is how it will be removed. So with this, we come to know how you can access the document object elements in your page, maybe your div elements, list item, or whatever elements, HTML elements you have in your page. Another way, you are also trying to use this CSS elements. Okay, this thing you can also refer. So those things can be manipulated with JavaScript. So this will help you in this example. So anything you want to ask me? You have also written some codes. Ujjwal Rana Magar. Childle matra ke garcha? So Arjun, so this is a question. Okay, let me explain. So the child is exactly, see, I'll show you with the similar example. So this is a child. See, whatever you just add, this is exactly the child node. So these are the child. See, in this example, this li, okay, these spans, these buttons, these are child. This UL, this is the parent element. So these are created by our JavaScript code. Okay, see, when you just try to load this page, you do not have any list item. In this example, we are trying to first create child elements and add this child element within the parent block. So your parent block is UL. So we need to write what exactly your child node is, okay? In this example, your child node, we're trying to make child node appears on some event click. Append child, this will exactly for the Susan say, append child means you just want to show your child node. In this example, your list item, span, and button within your parent node UL. So this is the case. Append child is the function. If you just want to refer, see, your example. Okay, we can directly check the JavaScript. Append child, see. Okay. I think this is visible. So try to understand what exactly is your object, see. So this one, query selector, input button. This query selector means you already have this element in your page, okay? When you just to create element, this will create li, okay? This will create span, this will create your button. So while you just do append child, but the list item is within li, you want to have list text, means this is your span, okay? List text is your span, see. Create element for the span, you have your constant or you have your object as list text, okay? This list text you are appending with your li. So this means within li you want to have span, okay? Within your list item, this is li. Within li you want to have your button like this. So for the button, text contents means whatever text content you want to show in that element. So same way, see, list, what is the list here? List is your UL. So now within your UL, you want to have your child element as list item, means this is your li, okay? This is simple. So this one. So I guess all of you have started doing this HTML or CSS को part तो गरि नै सक्या होला है.
गरेको छ अलिअलि.
So this thing you need to follow. Web project, guessing game, web project, debug.js.
यो प्रोजेक्ट भनेको जति सबै गर्नुपर्छ नि.
सबै गर्नु पर्यो. प्रोजेक्ट फोल्डर भित्रको चाहिँ गर्नु पर्यो नि सबै. So this is the instruction, okay? If you are trying to cover your assessment, then follow these things. Your second assessment, this is in part 2, okay, lab exercises and a project you need to create. So for this, you should have a first file as wd.html and save it at the top level of the web dash project folder. This should be a project folder, okay? Within this folder, you should have wd.html. So edit the file and insert your own details, okay? For the lab exercises, you should have this file and you need to create the hyperlink for each of your exercises. Let's say exercise 1 or the exercise topic name like this. let's say the exercise topic can be like this, okay? Manipulating JavaScript documents, your link should be your DOM-API like this. Web project guessing game, you can do like this. Then for each link, when I just click, okay, it should be redirected to that page with your codes. Probably you should have in your pages. Okay, so this is one requirement for the lab exercises. Okay, then remember to validate all your codes. So in order to validate your code, you should follow this thing W3C validator. Okay, whatever code you write, you just copy. Okay, you can do either with, if you just manage to host your website, you can just provide the link, or you can directly import, just copy your code and paste it here. Okay, and try to check, it will show you whether your page is valid or not. It will show you. Okay, so this is a must. First one, you should have all the exercises linked to your wd-html file. Let's say you have 28 exercises, means from exercise 1 to 28, you should link all of your file, and it should go to the particular hyperlinked page. Next one, remember each of your pages should be validated, means you should have 0 errors in your page. Okay, marks are awarded for how you will understand the code, means your code should be well managed. Okay, properly managed with the tabs, spaces like this. You should make us so that we can check your whatever exercises, let them make fast for us to check, and probably this will help you to get more marks. So next one, see, for the exercise, after exercise, for the website, with your own project topic in mind. Okay, this means you can choose your own topic, whatever you like. Okay, whether you are trying to show some product images, whether you are trying to create web page for, let's say, for the colleges, or any of the topic you like, you can. So this is your choice. So for this, you need to create your project folder. Okay, you can choose your own font, your color scheme, your images for the project. Okay, so better you visit the similar sites for ideas. If you just want to showcase the product images, you just go with some similar images. Let's say if you want to create some college website, you can already find some of the references for the college website. Let's say for the NGO, INGO websites, you can refer them. So while going through these exercises, better you follow whatever exercises you have already done. Okay, just attain for the very good layout and the navigation. Your navigation structure should be simple and clean. Okay, layout and color combination should be good. For the other pages, let's say remaining 3 pages, whatever pages you like, maybe you will have a home page, okay, about us page, some services page, products page, contact us page. So for any of the 3 pages, the exercises that you have done, let's say for the layout one, you can follow either CSS grid or the flex layout. Okay, this you need to show in your project. Next one, let's say for the contact us page, or maybe you can also have a registration form, product form, feedback form, whatever you like. You should include some complex form. You just need to show the use of form elements in your web project. That's it. Okay. Now follow the guidelines in the accessibility exercises and make them necessary changes. So in one of the HTML and CSS, you already have the accessibility exercise. Just follow all the guidelines presented in that exercise, and you need to implement this thing in your project. Next one, say you need to apply your JavaScript skill. Okay, let's say the dynamic shopping list exercises that we have already done in the project. So similar exercises, okay, better you should show in your web project also. Next one, this is the final JS exercise. Okay, this is from here. Follow this thing. Okay. Next one, JavaScript code, your DOM API, shopping list example, or the final JS examples, similar type of things that you can present in your web project. Next one, say remember to validate all of your pages in your website, and okay, this should be error free. And marks are awarded for how well you understand the code or how well you presented your code in your all of the pages. So this all matter. Okay. Okay, parallelly you can think for both of these lab exercises and this website. Better you start with the lab exercises first. That will help you to develop your website with the related knowledge skills. So this is one example. See, you need to troubleshoot the errors provided to you. Okay, these are some of the types of error. One is syntax error, other is a logical error. Okay, syntax error means some of the typo errors or the spelling errors or the whatever things you write, the syntax part of any of the programming language. Let's say in our case JavaScript, any syntax that you happen to write incorrectly, so this will be the syntax error, and this will be shown by the browser itself to you. Okay, logical errors. So these are the errors as a programmer we make. Okay, so these things you need to check line by line, code by code, then only you can fix this type of errors. So in this example, you are presented with both of these type of errors, and you need to find them, okay, and fix them. Maybe your program provided to you may not work or may show some errors on some lines. You need to fix them. So fixing some of the syntax errors, okay. Syntax error, if you want to find, your code will not work when you load, okay, when you click on some buttons or whenever you just try to trigger some of the events, they will not work. So in that case, you just do some F2 valve, okay, then check, it will show you some errors on line number this is the error, like, okay. Let's say in this example, if you just manage to make some error, let's say this is UL, okay, U. Will this work? Okay, so this need to be refreshed, then only it will show you some error. Okay, these are some of the errors. So this thing, it will be shown to you in a browser when you just do F2 valve. Okay, by doing this, you can find some errors and fix that error just going to the line number shown to you. Okay, this way you can do. So you are also asked to do this. Go to this line number, check the character number 3. Okay, this way you need to fix the errors. Syntax error round 2, second error you are asked to fix. Okay, just go line by line and try to fix them. Okay, some other logical errors. Okay, just follow the things. Okay, this is one. So up to here we have accomplished from my side, see, but still you have to work on this thing.